that directed you to go to Rathalas, a city that had been sacked about 6 years prior. You made your way to the city. You found it in ruins, as expected. Not only just ruins, but a city that had once been burnt down in a crevice in the earth. You made your way across the unsafe landscape of Rathalas and walked into a building where you actually walked into Delana. From there, you decided to keep going with her, and you came across a mysterious being in a room. Started talking to him, and eventually, as he made his way closer to you guys, you saw that his face split into many different tremblings. And I posted a picture in the chat room. Important. If you need a reminder what that looks like. And that's where we ended it last time. So,
stream.
What do you guys
That's
like
what
to
he
do?
looks like. What was he doing when we last saw him?
He was being very cryptic and getting closer to you.
I want to insight.
Basically,
I want to offer a rock.
I want to insight check the fuck out of him.
Roll insight and give him the rock. Yeah, sure. Let's see what he does with the rock. First of all, let's see. He is hard to read. His face has many bugs.
Damn.
I also rolled very well. And by very well, I rolled a natural 20 on my first roll. Today's going to be a bad day for you guys. So he's hard to read. It's yeah, you're having a hard time reading, and it's a face of many bugs. You know, there's not much expression there.
It's hard
right
to
now.
read.
Yeah, it's kind of just squirming and swarming around his face. Like his face is moving every so often. Like you see an ear make its way past his mouth.
No. No.
He has not attacked though. He just seems to be.
What does he do with?
He's just kind of standing there in front of you guys.
What is your purpose here?
My purpose? Why, this is my home. As I've said many times.
Yes, this is your home, but everyone does have a purpose outside of just living.
Well, I mean, you don't go around telling everyone your purposes now, do you?
Yes, that is true.
And he starts walking away and sits back down on his rock that he was sitting on as you entered the room. So, what do you want? Why are you trespassing in my house?
As we've said, we've been sent here to find and acquire an object for this one's deity, and I point towards Heskin.
What kind of an object?
A powerful one?
OOC, it's been so long. Do we know what object we're looking for?
I don't think I told you guys.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been quite a while, and for that I apologize. But I also needed you guys to not be on the same weekend as my other party because, no.
Well, that's the thing. We're not entirely sure what this object is.
It is an object from long ago.
And, well, wait just here 1 minute. Maybe I have something. And you see his body kind of just break apart completely, and his robe falls to the ground, and a swarm of Kremlings scurry in away from you guys.
Well, that's not
Deeper
unsettling at all.
deeper into the building. I'm glad you guys like this guy. I
I
love this
definitely
guy.
don't like this guy.
I love this guy.
Well, so what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to wait, or
I'm going to take a better look at this area that we're in while we're waiting.
Start throwing pebbles at Mendacia.
sure, make an investigation check and make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's
that's
the wrong thing.
Yep, that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong thing.
So okay, it's been a while.
How do I?
You click on the word dexterity
Yeah.
on the very left of the character sheet.
There
You
we go.
You definitely hit Mendacious. Mendacious take 1 point of not actual damage, but
Okay.
embarrassment damage.
I mean, I didn't even try to dodge.
He has
Exactly.
no shame.
Do I even
though.
notice? Do I even notice her throwing a pebble?
Roll a perception check.
Mendacious has
Alrighty.
no shame, though.
You do notice.
That's fine. I'm used to it now.
You've gotten used to it. It's true. Okay.
Honestly-
Hero-
It's not a new thing to Mendacious to have pebbles thrown at.
It's true. Make a history check, Sui. And so for your investigation, you're not really finding anything. This room, despite having some rubble in it, is mostly actually in pretty good order. And as far as for your history check, it's so you do know that the wife, and I think I told you guys this last time. The wife, the king's uncle's wife. I hate saying things like that, but it's the best way to put it. Was held hostage in the city. Yeah, so the king's aunt was held hostage in the city and was killed during the siege of Rathalas. And after, I'm bad at words. Also, I've been out all day talking to people. So you gotta give me some slack. And English is my fourth language. I have a lot of excuses. Thank you. I lost my train of thought.
The aunt.
Yeah, so the aunt, she was captured. She died during the siege, and the city, in retribution, was burnt to the ground with no one left alive. It was a massacre.
Oof.
Yes.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that no one. And in general, you do know as well that people have not really tried to, live here because it's kind of creepy. It's a kind of creepy place. Now, that doesn't mean someone couldn't have, but it's been abandoned all these years. After about 3 minutes or so, you start hearing clicking and clacking noises as the Kremlings are scurrying back into the room and go under the robe and reforms into this being. Well, well, there are objects of power down there, but I would tread lightly if I were you. But he moves aside. He says, "You're welcome to go down there."
Why do you say we have to tread lightly? What is waiting
Okay.
for us down there?
My name. My name is Amras. Oh, now that is a question that not many have ever dared ask. I am an Aemean. You all, except for Feather, because again, you would not actually know this either. Make a history check for me.
Thank fuck for Mendacious.
It's
This
actually
is my job.
it's a relatively low DC for some of the information, higher DC for other bits. But so in general,
And
and let's start with a small bits of information. Aemea is an island off the coast of Shinovar, which I'm going to bring up the map. Don't worry, I did things there. So Aemea is over here. So this, all of you except for Feather knows because Feather is not from around here. So this is Aemea. No one in, as far as you know, as in recorded history, no one has been to Aemea, or no one has come from Aemea in many years, many thousands of years at the very least. What's there or any of that stuff, you just don't know. There are, however, and this Mendacious you would know, a couple, every so often, there are some Aemeans that make their that do live on the mainland and travel around a lot. Now, they don't look like this one that you see here. They have they the only reason why they stand out normally is that their shadow goes the wrong way. Now, do you share this information?
I do.
Okay. Feather, hearing that the shadows go the wrong way, something clicks for you. Except for you, it's not the wrong way. It's the right way, towards the sun. Where you're from, that's where the shadows point.
Okay,
So,
I kind of missed some of it, but I got you.
so what
Okay.
waits for us down there? Said it's quite dangerous.
Who knows? I don't go there.
Specifically, is it from this world? Or is it from where I came from?
He squints at you and he goes, well, I guess you'll have to find out. And he just kind of sits on the ground and in a corner of the room. Ah, you must have met one of the Seer Aemeans. Yes. Yes, we're very different. But still from the same place.
How do you spell this guy's name again?
Amras. Amras. So I'll type it in chat. like that.
Thank you.
Very well, Russ.
If these things are from my world, guys, we really do need to be careful. It's very dangerous.
Duly noted.
Okay.
And with that, I give a slight nod of thanks towards Amaras and start walking forward.
All right.
Here's a pebble for your troubles, Emerus.
Do you throw it?
No, I just lay it down.
Okay. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit concerned you were just gonna try to stab him. He was just a little bit creepy. But,
That was Heskin's idea, not mine.
you guys were very on edge, and I thought that was very funny. Anyways.
As we're leaving,
Because
I'm
when
gonna
we
ask
left off,
him.
Mendacious read his mind.
Oh, I tried.
He tried.
You
He
tried.
doesn't seem to have a mind to read.
Or maybe there's too many minds.
That too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Yeah.
as we continue, I'm gonna tell him, you might want to spruce up the place a little bit. Maybe a little bit of furniture, like a throw rug somewhere. Bring a little life to the place.
I have all I need here. But thank you.
Company likes interior design. Just saying. I'll
My
be on
kind
my
of
way then.
company doesn't really care.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Yep. Yes. Many. We are many.
I don't have my gloves.
They're being
They're
prepared.
being
right?
enchanted.
Yeah.
Oof.
More. I mean, I'm pretty sure you see my people every day. And he smiles. A little bit of creepy smile, but not evil, but more a mischievous, creepy smile. And make of that as you will. I should also add that Kremlings are very common everywhere.
They're basically
the world.
riches, aren't they?
Basically, but in a less like there are people that actually eat them, and I look at specifically, yeah, yep, yep. It's not common to eat them, but there are people that do eat them. Yes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Horn eaters are weird, man.
It's true, they are, but they're great, and I love them. All right, so you guys leave.
We're head.
Yeah, you head in deeper into the cliffside. It goes for actually quite a while. You, it seems to be a pretty deep corridor, which eventually gets to a ladder deeper down into the mountain.
Let's send the floating person down.
I want to check how sturdy the ladder is.
Make an investigation check. Can you tell me what that is?
It is a 20.
It's a 20.
Okay. Yeah. It is old for sure, but it looks sturdy enough to hold everyone's weight. It seems.
It seems safe enough, but perhaps we should go down one at a time to make sure it's safe enough. Feather, can you go down and see how far this goes?
All right. And I just start heading down the ladder.
Yeah, you don't even need to climb the ladder. You just basically glide down. It goes down maybe 90 so feet.
Just
and
enough to be fatal.
Yeah, and you get to the bottom, and it keeps going down around about the same direction it was going before, but keep just deeper down into the cliffside.
I'm gonna yell up, guys, this thing is so long!
And there's an echo that goes, "Guys, this thing is so long, so
I'm gonna call down. That's what she said.
long." All right. Yep.
Very mendacious thing to do.
Very much noted.
I am going to slow. I am
Sweet.
going to slowly make my way down the ladder.
All right. You make your way down the ladder. You're fine. You make your way down the ladder. You're good.
Okay.
Yep. Wait. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Who's next? You can certainly try. Roll a D100.
Just type into chat. Yeah.
Uh, Heather, roll another D100, please.
All right. I need to go to my character sheet, don't I?
No, you can just type in roll
So it's
D100 into the
confusing.
chat
Yes.
box.
/ roll 1D100.
Yeah. Hey.
Mendacious also roll 1D100
Okay.
for being there.
I'm at the bottom, not Benny.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
Mendacious, you didn't go down. Sorry. Yeah, it's UC. Leo. Okay. It actually doesn't hit anyone. It gets close to Feather, but it does not hit. Right, you make your way down. Let's see. Safely. Who's next?
I guess I'll go next.
All right. Mendacious, you start heading your way down the ladder. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Great.
I tried to be the first one down for this.
All right.
I have slow fall. I could have taken it.
You, about halfway down, just slip off. Your foot just goes shooting off, but you're able to grab hold to the ladder, and you actually do not fall. You make your way down. Now, next is Suyi.
It's just, did all my rocks hit your head? Are you alright?
Look, the ladder was a little bit slippery there. Could have been some sort of moss or something. I don't know.
I think
it's
you just
but-
miscoordinated.
Strange, I didn't feel any wetness or slipperiness to any of the rungs on my way down.
You must have skipped a rung. It must have been that one.
Suyi, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oof.
It was light as a feather to me.
All right. Similarly, you get about to the same rung, and your foot also just slips off.
See?
but again, are able to recover enough to not fall all the way down.
I
We
told you.
both are just.
Yes, it is. Perhaps we should all remember about that rung on the way back up.
Okay, type that, not me. Not everyone has the ability to fly, little shit.
That's funny. All right. So, what do you guys want to do? You want to keep going into? I'm guessing you want to keep going.
Hell yeah.
Kicky.
Might
So-
as well.
I go first.
Okay? You go first.
I will be right behind her,
Okay.
I guess the same order.
checking for tracks along the way. Or not
You-
tracks, traps. The P.
All right. Make an investigation check. Oh God, please no. Right. So you go further into the cave. Well, into the tunnel, and eventually you start hearing almost like the sound of chains being not dragged, not exactly, being moving chains.
Oh god.
Go. Clink, 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 clink.
I can talk now. Hello.
This can't.
Hello.
Hi.
It's nice to hear your
Ooh.
voice.
Is it from any certain direction?
It's ahead of you. That's all you really know. But if you keep going, it's getting louder.
Okay, noted.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like chains being pulled through something. You said?
Something like that. You'd not really heard any sound like this, but for you as player, it almost sounds like some sort of machinery.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I was gonna ask: is there any uh, is there any water down here? Is it damp?
No, it's dry.
Also,
And no, I'm not saying this right because you're a water knight. This
No.
is actually really dry.
no. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious of just a general thing. Also, is there any plants around? Are there any animals that we've seen? Any bugs, anything like that?
None of the bugs. This has been empty. There's no humidity, so there's no moss or any plant life. This is rock.
Okay.
This is pure rock. Yeah.
And this looks like a natural tunnel.
No,
Not
this
carved?
is carved. Absolutely
This is
carved.
Okay.
I should have remembered to say that, but
Alright.
I'm a bit tired, so I'm
That's
gonna have to deal with my not as good DMing as normal.
that is good to know. It's fine.
All right, so
I continue, but I'm still.
okay, so you continue, and eventually you get to a set of what would have been beautiful doors if they were still in the doorway. They are in fact lying on the ground inside of the room that they open into or would have opened into. They're very ornate, and at the center of about where normally you'd be about head height, there is a sort of swirling pattern that goes into a center and that is carved into the rock.
Like a mural kind of thing.
Not exactly a mural. It looks more like a symbol carved in. It's not exactly a mural. A mural, it would be more like people and stuff like that. This is just carved like a symbol carved into stone.
That's a
Okay.
fucking face circle if I've ever seen one out of character.
Is it on the wall?
It's
the
on
ceiling.
the door.
It's on
No,
the
On the
door.
door. Okay, on the
On
door.
the doors.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
Is there anything, guys?
You could make everyone make an Arcana check. I think. Arcana will work.
I'm good at those.
Yes. Well.
Slightly better than average. Good at those.
Yes.
Slightly better than everyone else.
God, you guys, your guys' Arcana is terrible. You.
We don't have a wizard.
Hashtag -1.
There's something that kind of rings a bell to you. It's not exactly clear, but you feel like it could be representative of the void.
And the void is, remind me again, because
There is a type of creature called void bringers.
that's right. Okay.
And that is considered
involved with the battle.
They're at this point in time considered legend more than like something that exists, but they represent something evil for sure.
So it still has to do somewhat with the Midnight Mother, somewhat
Could
related.
Be, yeah. Could be. Yeah, they might be related. The Midnight Mother is in some tales related to the void. Some tales more low but different. It's a lot of jumbled information about a time that is almost 4,500 years ago at this point.
Yeah, it's mostly like legend and hearsay and things like that.
Exactly.
Delana is with us, correct?
Delana is still with you guys. Yeah.
Do we
Is
ever ask why
this,
she's here?
We did.
forget.
She was searching for something.
Yes, we did.
Is this probably along the lines of what you were looking for, Delana?
Well, I have seen the symbol before, and it is definitely of the void. But, well, we shall see if we find what we need here, or if we don't. Only going in will tell, eh?
So nods and continues forward.
All right. So, the first thing that you notice is big chains going from the ground to the ceiling, almost up to the ceiling, being pulled taut over a gear, going over the gear and just moving slowly, going cling, 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 and every rung shifts a bit. And there's two big ones of those on each side of the room. And as you move a little bit closer, you do notice a pretty deep hole into the ground that gets into darkness pretty damn fast.
You got any more pebbles, Father?
Yeah, do. They're in your bag. I accidentally slipped them in there a long time ago.
Right. Well, I'm gonna take a pebble out and drop it down the hole.
All right, so you take a pebble out and you drop it. It very quickly goes out of sight, and you wait. And you wait. And you wait, and finally you hear sploosh.
That is a deep, wet hole. I'm very familiar with those.
No, you're not. Don't kid yourself.
I mean, not in this region.
Oh god. Reminder to Twitch, this is a 18+ stream.
It's a bit of a late
You're welcome.
reminder. Yeah.
Thought yours was.
We're talking about sex, is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Really? Oh, that's what we was talking about?
So
Feather would have no idea.
let me look around the rest of this room and give me a general grand look at the room.
All right. Make let's say make a perception check.
Much better at those than investigation.
Yeah. All right. So, you look around. You notice that other than just on those doors, that symbol is repeated in this room as a pattern every couple feet, and that as and you see the one thing that you actually did miss before that is that there's the two uh, big cables and gears are connected by a large and thick metallic bar that has a cable that goes down into the hole and is being spun upwards slowly.
I don't think that you need to go down the hole, because whatever is down there is coming up.
Who said anything about going down there?
Eskin did.
We also have a flying friend that could go down there, and I would not need to create such stairs for us all.
I'm
I
not going down there.
I will
What if
also
there's bugs?
I will also say that her wing strength would not allow her to carry herself back up this hole. She could go down. She might struggle to get it back.
Is there any way I can see if I can, like, kind of gauge how far down whatever this thing is lifting up is?
You do see that there is a mark on the bar, and about from the start of the cable where it starts, being rolled into that mark, is it seems to be about halfway up.
And how big is this hole?
Like 40 feet by 60.
It's a big old hole.
Yeah, so 60 feet wide, 40 feet tall.
And it's many, many feet deep.
Yeah. I don't really know a number to give, but like you think that it's at least like 300 or more feet.
Yeah. And does it span the
So
entire
my rope
room, or is it just in
trick
the
would
center
work.
of the room?
It spans for basically the two big cables are on the sides and of the room, and then it's whole, and there's about maybe 30 feet of space from where you come into the room that's basically empty.
So this is blocking the path, is what I'm asking.
This is the path,
Yeah.
to the best of your knowledge.
Because there is no other option.
Yes.
That's what I was going to ask next.
Is
Is there
there-
any other ways out? But I guess not.
Not that you can see. at the
Seeing
very
that
least.
it's about halfway coming up, and we obviously did not trigger this, is there any, well, that we know of, is there anywhere to hide?
Outside the room, the corridor, I guess. There's no real. You could maybe try to hide behind the mechanism, but it's not very. There's no good cover. No.
Gotcha.
So,
With it,
these. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So this mechanism itself, it has chains, being basically pulled around a gear, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Basically a lift.
Yes. Okay. Where is? Okay. So are they right above the hole then?
Basically on the sides of the cables are go into the floor.
Okay.
Right, like on the sides of the hole.
All right.
Yeah,
And
it's-
are they going in the hole? The other part?
different hole. Basically, they're going to small holes into the ground.
Okay.
That you can't really see down those very well.
And the other end of the chain is heading in the hole? That's what I'm
In
asking.
a hole, not the big hole.
Right. And I'm asking, they're being pulled from there, or it's moving from those small holes next to them into something else, or from that into those holes. Where is the other end?
I'll draw. Look.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a drawing. This is the bar. Cable goes over the bar into the holes in the ground.
Right.
Yeah, you can't see where those go.
Oh, okay. So it's just like it's okay. That's a cable.
Yeah.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. All right. All right.
Can
So-
those
Yeah.
holes?
I see now.
Yeah. Yeah. So after a little bit, you do start seeing a platform about the size of the hole itself coming up.
Can I see anything on the platform?
Make a perception check. Yes. You do catch a glint of yellow.
Everyone into the hallway and hide. Something is coming up on that. And with that, I start like kind of motioning for everyone to go into the corridor.
Okay, absolutely.
I want to cast. Or no, never mind. Never mind.
And
I scratched.
if everyone's going into the hall, I am going to stealth and kind of look into the room from the hall.
Okay, sure. Does everyone follow?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ashana, Delana. There are too many A names in my campaigns. Yeah, so roll for stealth, everyone. If you're hiding. Delana will roll for stealth. She's not good at that. She got a 4.
That was a
Oof.
2.
Oof. Okay.
+5, 7. But that was a fucking 2. Great.
Why is this so hard to do with, 2 different fucking character sheets?
It's not great, yeah. Feather's really helping this
Mm-hmm.
group check.
No, I could cast these.
Okay, so you think at the very least that you're pretty well hidden. At one point, Delana seems to trip a little bit, but you're able. Leo is able to catch her and just steady her and be like, and get her hidden pretty well. After about maybe another minute of waiting, you finally see the platform come up, and you see only what seems like a pedestal with a small. Not actually make a perception check for me. Whoever wants to, yeah. So you do see a small gem, or it kind of looks a bit broken. Not exactly a gem, but more like a splinter. Lying on a pedestal on a platform on this lift.
Are the chains and gear mechanisms
Nobody-
stopped now?
Yep, everything is stopped. There's no more noise.
It's a trap!
You can search for traps.
Yeah. Seeing that there
I want to
is-
try to run and go touch it.
The gem?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
All right. Feather,
Somebody
just
Can
Try
I
to
try and
stop me.
stop her?
absolutely you can try. Make an athletics check. Both of you.
Can I make an acrobatics check instead?
No, this is athletics. This is a grapple. And you're fighting the. You go in to grab her as she dashes, but she's able to just slip through your fingers, and she's off. And she gets to the gem, touches it.
Before she does that,
Yep.
as she's running there, can I pick up a pebble, a rock,
Sure.
and chuck it, not at her, at the gem?
Make a dexterity check at disadvantage. Very small target. And you're using a weapon that you're not.
Oh my god, that natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
You throw. It flies past Feather. And then it just swishes past the gem.
What is Feather's speed?
Feather speed should
30
be 30
feet flying? I'm going to outspeed her and get to the pedestal before her and stop her from touching it.
She is only 30 feet away. You are.
I have 50 speed. I am still fast.
You have 50
technically
feet.
faster.
Yes, but you are. You have. Let's say, make a dexterity check for me, Leo,
Fuck me.
and make a dexterity check, Heather.
I'm sure someone would like to.
Let me tell you, I'm good at those.
What the fuck?
Oh,
That's,
boy.
that's
Damn
a
it.
save, not a check, by the way. Just
It's not a
minus
save, but
whatever.
we can-
whatever. it
with
is.
-3, but whatever. You're too slow to react. You had the good reaction to try to stop her, but you didn't really. You were like so surprised that she managed to slip by your fingers that she managed to make most of her way there.
How far is she at this point?
She is now there grabbing the gem.
I'm still running. By the way, even if I don't catch her, I'm still running.
Tiny object!
How far away is she from me at this point?
You are about 35 feet away.
Okay, I am going to cast
I'm
sleep
just trying to find something.
on. I'm going to cast sleep, targeting
Um,
fast, hopefully, at 3rd level.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't
Okay.
think
Christ!
I don't think you can roll high enough for
Holy
that at
shit.
first level.
Just fucking just burn a 3rd level spell slot to tell your companion not to go
It's
places.
fine.
Um,
All right, so that's
Actually, I
That is her.
I still don't know if that's gonna be enough.
that's 98.
98, yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know if that's gonna be enough, depending on luck.
Well,
We'll see.
roll 98.
Oh
No.
my
Oh my
god!
Those are
God.
4 fucking ones.
What the fuck?
Nice. 4 ones.
Well,
Why?
you did get more than half. The spell goes off. It doesn't seem to do anything, and she picks it up, and there's a flash of white energy, and suddenly you're not where you were before.
She isn't, or all of us?
All of you. You see something that you've never seen before. All except Feather don't recognize this place. Feather, you've come home.
Ah!
Something
You
tells me
see-
we're not in Kansas anymore.
You see a sea in front of you. Except it's not water in the sea. It's thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of small beads, white beads that look like they're made out of stone. The ground that you're standing on seems to be made out of some sort of glassy, blackish stone, almost like obsidian. And you look up at the sun, and it's all white with a black sky. And you look down at your shadows, and they all point towards the sun.
Feather, what did you do?
I'm home!
What do you mean you're home?
This is where I used to live.
Can I make a perception check looking around to see what the hell this place is?
Sure. To try to figure out what this place is?
Yes.
Make an Arcana check, not a perception check. You have no idea where you are. The landscape, the vegetation, if you see any at all. Yep.
To clarify, we're in the second whenever I was exiled, right?
The what?
Are we actually Feywild or the other?
The other.
Okay.
Yeah, not exactly home, but the last home that you found.
Is she still clutching this thing, or is it
Yes.
gone? Okay.
I'm clutching it as hard as I can.
The gleaming from it seems to have faded a bit. It has dulled out.
No. Welp, does anyone have plane shift as a spell?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me cast one of my spells here.
Here, let me cast one of mine too. There we go.
Yeah. When you say you're at home, what is this place exactly? Where are we?
So you would know this. Did you need reminders?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just.
I don't know anything.
The opposite world of. I know we're in the opposite of world of like where they are originally.
Yes. Let me get some maps for you.
Is this the Shadowfell?
Shadesmar.
This is Shadesmar.
Okay, great.
And the name, make an Arcana check, everyone, for Shadesmar. Because some of you may have heard this.
Oh, that's still at disadvantage. But
Still
that's fine.
7
That's
either
a 7.
way.
Oh, we got really excited about that 19. Then it wasn't.
Map layer. There. Okay. We are going to move the map. So, I'm going to also post things in import. Shadesmar. Images. There it is. That is 200 pixel high. Nope. That is not the one that I want.
I know that struggle.
I think it's just.
This is the struggle of the DM who did not expect this to happen.
I mean, I have the maps, I have the images ready on Roll20, just not like on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, no, they actually are on maps. It's just.
There you go.
Yeah, that's one of them. So if you look at the map that I'm currently on, all of the land is the sea, and all of the sea is land, except the sea is beads.
So it's flipped.
So it's flipped, yes. This is a more local map. And you guys, I'm going to mark.
Everything has a soul. I remember that.
We just got fucking teleported to the dark world, basically.
You guys are here, more or less, where that red mark is on the map. And so, yes, everything has a soul, and every bead is representative of a soul, of an object in the normal world, or the world that you're from, that I can now call the material world. Welcome to the cognitive world.
Oh my god. So I reiterate, does anyone have plane shift available?
Yeah.
Hoyd hasn't taught me that yet.
Let me just slash cast GTFO.
Good thing is
Unrecognized
feathered
command. Sorry, I can't do
Gotcha.
anything about it.
Oh. I am going up to Faye, and I'm gonna try and take the crystal out of her hand.
All right.
Sorry, not Faye, Feather.
Are you going to resist?
It's fine.
Okay, you just grab it. Are you going to resist? Yes. All right.
Yes.
Make an opposed. Let's just say Dex check.
And roll. Oh my god. Fucking roll 20, I swear to fuck.
You forgot you're trying. But you're trying to do that with a ranger.
We have the same decks.
It's true. Yeah, she just snaps her hand out of the way. Does not.
Mine.
Feather,
I am not.
we need to get back to
I
where
am
we
not
were.
leaving. No,
This may be your home.
we are here for a reason.
We
This
are
world
here
also
because
has a
you grabbed that
Stormfather.
crystal.
Very important question. Are you getting angry?
No.
Are you sure?
Me?
Yes.
No, any of you.
Leo is
No.
not angry
No.
at this point.
Okay.
Guess who's getting a little bit upset?
I mean Heskin and Mendacious.
Bingo.
Yeah. All right. Now, yeah, you after a little bit, you do hear a scream. Not exactly a scream. It's more like an almost an animalistic scream. And Feather, please make a nature check for me at advantage.
Mm-hmm. I actually forget how to do that.
Click nature, and there should be a toggle at the top, I think.
If there isn't, just roll twice. Just roll twice.
Go again.
You
Gotta
can roll
roll.
again. Yeah.
Roll again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, their internet dropped, I think.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
It's a d20 plus 2 for them if you want to just roll it, Ellie.
Yeah.
Did you get them? I got a 9, 14, and a 12.
There's the 14.
Got the 14.
Here they come.
Yeah.
There we go.
So the 14 is enough for you to know that this is an anger spren coming, or at least one. And those are dangerous.
What was that?
He's really mad right now, needs to calm down. You have to control your emotions here.
Yes. This is now going to be a very important part of the campaign. If you feel an emotion, you're going to have to tell me about it. And which emotion.
Sui is disappointed.
Yep.
And,
Leo is shocked, to say the least.
Sui will ask Heskin, are you still able to speak with your god? Commune with him? Are we still on the right path? Perhaps this is the way we were supposed to go all along.
Um, do you give the... Okay. You don't get any feeling back right now.
Mendacious is starting to panic.
Okay.
Feather, I understand that this is where you come from. However, and looking to the rest of the party and their various states of mind right now, we are not from here. This place is more dangerous for us than it would ever be for you.
You there is after about like a minute, no, not less than a minute, but like 10 seconds after, there's a small frog-like creature. When I say small, that's actually kind of dog-sized in real life, so not that big, but also not that large. That kind of hops its way towards Mendacious. It opens its mouth, and a bunch of tongues just kind of wiggle in the air around Mendacious.
Do I notice this?
Make a perception check. Why did I get backed out of the game? Well, let me rejoin the game that apparently I got backed out of. Also, I have 1,700 hours in Roll20 now. Apparently. That's good.
Nerd.
2,000. Okay. I was on Roll20 when it started. Did you roll your perception? Yeah,
You got
yes,
a 20, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice it. It doesn't seem to be attacking you or anything. It just seems very interested in you right now. Yeah, that's fine, Feather. Actually, Feather, you do recognize this as a fierce friend. And if anyone wants to make an Arcana check, or let's say nature for this.
Yeah, it's the same either way for me.
Yeah, so I'll give you your 19.
So you said it's about the size of like a small dog.
Yeah, about. The people who've rolled their nature, and I'll keep your Arcana check for this, Leo. You recognize, except for Heskin currently, who's a little bit distracted with her surroundings. You recognize the tongues as what you would identify as fierce one. They're small, flickering, purple things that when people are very, very afraid, they appear around their feet. And it seems like that's what you're seeing. If you just focus on the tongue.
Just as a hypothetical and also just a general lore question, can people interact with Spren?
Not in the physical realm, though.
Okay, but this is different.
I'm gonna try and kick this thing.
Mhm.
Make a strength check.
We're dead.
What was he trying to do?
You go in for a kick and you just kind of whiff It jumps out of the way.
Yeet.
Do we have everything?
Well, you're missing one thing.
Delana?
Yes, Delana doesn't seem to be.
Interesting. Do we have our possessions as well, though? Like, I'm gonna check in the haversack.
You have all your items. So,
I'm going to pull out the blade in its scabbard.
yep.
And I still hear him.
Where are we? What are we doing here? This is so boring. Please talk to me more.
I put him back in the haversack.
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure he still works here.
Actually,
That was actually
disappointed DM noises.
That was
No, that's the sword.
that was actually a test for me to see limitations
but that
of
was
this
also
place.
the sword that went aw, not me.
Yeah, but you also, because I bet you like playing. Okay.
I mean, I planned this character a lot, yes, but if you want to know what's funny? My other party did the exact same thing as you guys, and they fucking know what the sword is without me telling them. And I'm just like, why? Anyway,
You know what they say about assumptions.
well,
Not specifically told.
Peskin the rock. Or the gem. Just hand it over to her.
okay,
Because I do trust her.
yeah. You take the rock. And when you touch it, you do get a slight tingle, but very, very faint. Something that I should add that you, Feather, did not feel.
Perhaps we could have someone here look at it that knows a bit about magic.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna quickly run over and grab the gem and start ritual casting Identify.
Okay. Are you gonna let him take the gem to ritually cast Identify on it? Okay. For you guys, it's gonna be athletics. Or actually, pick whichever one, athletics or dexterity, whichever one you prefer.
Then
Or you can keep those rolls.
Okay. That's fine.
Either way. Yeah, so you're able to grab the gem, and you sit down, you start your ritual cast, which takes 10 minutes. So you guys want to do anything else during those 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll just say, as you've seen, people fight against each other, and emotions are all over the place at this point.
Yep.
They're gonna say, we must find a way to return home. It is within our best interest to work together and trust each other. Although our histories and our history has not been the most.
By chance that I got through a world. I've been here for years. Been back and haven't found a way back.
Right, and we are not from this place, so it would bequeath us to find a way out. And for that we must work together. We must learn how to trust each other and our skills if we wish to, well, see the light of day again. That isn't strange and dark.
And what we're saying, Feather, is not that you will never be back here again. We will help you try and find your way home. It's just this is not where we belong, looking to the rest of the party.
I technically don't belong here either.
And that is why we must get out. Or at the very least, find a way to get back where we were.
Do I know where are you here?
Where you are here?
Because we never actually talked. Yeah. Because we actually never talked about where, I stayed.
It's true. You are actually from further. Let me look at the map. You're further closer to the nexus of transition. If you look at the Shadesmar map, which is yeah. So this is where you are from. You've been a bit around, but make a history check for me.
I have a -1. Let's see how this goes.
You're having a bit of a hard time figuring out exactly where you are, but you might figure out. You could kind of get it if you feel like you could probably figure it out if you keep thinking about it for a while. In any case, you guys have this conversation, and after about 10 minutes, the spell goes off, and Mendacious just pass out because everything is black.
Oh.
And then we see him pass out.
Yep. Yeah, he just kind of flops on the ground.
Oh,
Is
no.
the gem doing anything?
No. It's in his hand.
That has not happened before.
I am going to look at Mendacious, look back at Feather, and kind of find a flatter area. I guess everywhere is kind of flat.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and try and gather key. Does it feel the same as it did before?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run and take the gem right out of his hand.
Isn't
Yeah,
oh.
you can easily do that.
I walk
After
over to him and I'll
Yep.
try to shake him awake.
Okay. Make a medicine check just for me.
Mm-hmm.
Natural one. No. Okay. Yeah. So
I snap his neck accidentally. Oh god.
No, I mean it's a skill check. You don't automatically fail on the one, but it would have been funny. You start kind of, tapping Mendacious's cheek a bit lightly and like shaking him. And after a little bit, he just kind of jerks awake.
Did I get anything
Don't steal
from
my
the
gem, and that
identifier?
will happen again.
No, you just got blackness immediately. It's almost as though you shorted out.
Wild magic.
No.
I don't think I'm good enough at this to identify it.
Make an Arcana check for me, though. Yeah, you have no idea why this happened.
Yeah.
Which is appropriate for Mendacious. I love Mendacious. Great character.
Thank
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try again later. Give me like
If you can get it.
30 minutes.
All right.
I've got a little bit of a refractory period on that identify. So.
Good. So,
I'm just gonna suggest to the group that we go south, like, in
yeah.
general.
So you do notice one thing is that the land going up north gets thinner and thinner, and the land south is getting wider. So you're at basically you can notice that you're almost at the end of an island.
Could I take a look at this gem, Feather?
Just don't drop it. I don't know what will happen if it leaves our hands. We might be separated. And I hand it to
I'm gonna make an insight check on that. Does she feel like she knows what she's talking about, or
Make
her.
an
No,
insight check.
it's just a.
okay? Insight. Where's my insight?
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be very knowledgeable on this. It seems to be more guessing than,
Okay.
actual knowledge.
Yeah, it's a straight up guess.
All right. They take the gem in their hand.
Yep.
Can they feel anything? Is it warm?
It's
touch?
not particularly warm or cold. It's just a bit. It does feel maybe a little bit heavier than it should for something that size, but other than that, there's nothing that seems to be
And
particularly suspicious.
it's like a sliver, right?
Sliver is maybe a little bit of an exaggeration. It's almost a shard of a gem.
Okay.
Something that was a piece of something larger once.
So it definitely looks like it was broken off of something.
Yes.
And what color is it?
It's yellow. Also, it's really weird because I described this happened to my other party. Described it the exact same way, and you asked the exact same questions in the exact same order, and it gave me deja vu, and it like freaked me out. This
D&D
was
players.
6 days ago, and I'm just like this. I'm going through this again.
D&D players.
Yeah, I gotta ask all the questions, man.
Yeah, it's just weird that you're asking the exact same like wording, exact same order. I was just like, and they asked about the color after as well. I'm just like, this is wild. Anyways, let's get back to that.
I'll take the gem.
Yep.
And try to look through it to see if I can see anything, like looking at it from the light. See if there's any imperfections, any swirling mess inside of this gem, or is it just a pure crystal?
True. So you look through it, and what you do notice is that other than like the place where it's like broken clearly, you can see basically straight through this thing with just a slight yellow tint, as if it was a pure gem, despite the fact that it's been broken.
And the place where it's broken, it's obviously it's more jagged, right? Or no?
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by
Okay.
You know what? While we're walking, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay. Yeah. Let me just answer this thing real quick. I'll get to that. Okay. You let's say that you've been doing that for a little bit, and the spell goes off. You're getting a actually relatively strong glow from this gem.
Okay.
From the detect magic.
C will just hold it in their hand, and they will start thinking of home.
Start what?
Thinking of home.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Good guess.
That was very smart.
Just keep doing that for a bit.
Nothing seems to happen. You're just holding the gem and thinking of home, and you're still there.
I say home. I say home. I say home 3 times.
Click your heels together. Their laptop restarted, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
There.
Is that frog still following us?
Depends. Are you still scared, Mendacious?
No. After passing out, I kind of forgot all about that.
Yeah, then no, it's not. Unless anyone else is particularly scared.
Sui's confused.
Confused?
Leo
Mostly,
is also
yes.
confused.
Because they can't figure out what the fuck this gem is or what it does exactly.
Also, Heskin says to Tsuyu if she can meditate with the crystal.
After doing my thing, have I read or heard about anything alongside lines of a way to transport someone or some things in another place, or like teleportation, perhaps?
Make a history check.
Okay.
So there are legends that there's multiple legends about that the Knights Radiant were able to instantly transport themselves from one place to another, and that they could fly, and that they could do all of these magical things. They could walk on walls and other things like that. But that all seems to not make much sense, simply because, for example, if they could teleport, what's the point of being able to fly? And if they can walk, if they can fly, what's the point of walking on walls?
So it's more of a something that people said to make them sound more awesome than they were, and probably could not do that.
That seems to be what the general assumption, like scholarly assumption, on the Knights Radiant is. Yes.
Okay.
As so, Heskin starts a prayer to the Stormfather. Oh, did he grab it from you again, or?
Not again.
Oh no, okay, not again.
Yeah.
Did you give it? I'm guessing.
Yes, I
Yeah.
gave it to him.
Okay. Yeah. So you start your prayer to the Stormfather, but you're actually not getting anything from this either. It doesn't seem to be helping your connection or anything. And I should add, at some point while you're walking in the black sky, a yellow energy almost just spreads across the sky. And you notice just it lasts for about an hour or so, and then seems to move on further down the horizon.
Is it similar to the storms?
That's a great question. It seems to be coming from the same direction as the storm, and covers the horizon from north to south, similarly as the storm.
It's just in the sky though, right?
It is just in the sky. There is no wind. All right, I should add. This place is very quiet. Very few noises.
That is another thing I was going to ask. Is there any
Very
life
few
or
noises.
animals all around?
The only animals that you've seen so far have been these strange creatures that you don't recognize. There's no wind at all, and the plant life that you've seen have been trees made out of this strange, same strange stone or glass that you're walking on, and if you touch it, it just kind of disintegrates to the touch.
Heskin, can I see that crystal, please?
You get the stone from Heskin.
Can I I don't know. Can I investigate it closely?
What do you mean? Do you want to try to figure out like what it looks like, or
I want to
do you
figure out more information about it that I can.
What do Elven
try
eyes
an
see?
Arcana check? You're really inexperienced in these, in this specifically. You're not an expert in the arcane by any stretch of of the imagination. So you're not really figuring out um, what this is. You're just kind of confused.
Is it still kind of glowing?
No, the glow faded
Completely
after you
faded,
arrived.
or
Yeah,
got it? So perhaps whatever this is just a fragment of what was originally in that pedestal, holding on to whatever magic was within it until our feathered friend here grabbed it.
everyone make a perception check for me, and I'll make it for the other two. No problem. Perception. That's weapons. Perception. That's not very good. Perception. It's better. Okay. C, perception?
Oh, sorry.
No, no worries. All right. Most of you notice a little bit further down, south of you, seems to be a figure sitting on, uh, not exactly it's not exactly a camp, but there's a section that of obsidian that raises up a little bit more, and they seem to be sitting on that, uh, just resting is the best way I could put this.
Question.
Yes.
Are we. Would I understand cardinal directions enough to know if we were going the same direction that we were going in the tunnel or the opposite direction?
You're actually going. So the tunnel went westward, and you guys are going south from here. And
Got you.
this figure is more feminine than.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a great question though, and I appreciate that you asked it. You are coming from the back. Let's see if notice it. Yeah, she'll
Is it-
stand. She'll stand up and look at you guys, and for just a brief second, please make another perception check. Actually, no, you guys had pretty good perception. We'll keep those. Noted. You see a slight streak of white appear and disappear in the hair of this individual. Oh, I was not expecting company.
A
Hello.
human?
Forgive us,
They
but
look human, yes.
we were not expecting to be here as well.
Indeed. How did you get into Shadesmar without wanting to?
And I kind of hold up the shard of crystal between my fingers.
May I?
I nod and hand it to her.
Right. She picks the thing, the shard, and looks at it. I don't know what this is, but noted. I'll keep reading the things that Feather will do. And the woman kind of glances over you all and takes a stock of all of you one by one, and she is not she has black hair that she has tied in a tail, She has yellow eyes. She has relatively pale skin, but she looks Alethi, so the place that you guys were in, but a little bit shorter than the average, even for a woman, and paler skin. She has on an azure cloak over what look like pretty comfortable traveling clothes that are mostly brown.
What
And
color are her
she's
eyes?
what?
What color are her eyes?
Yellow.
How
And
long have we been walking?
you've been walking for, let's say, about an hour.
Okay.
And she has a silver sword uh, just attached on her hip.
Does she have a singular glove on?
No, she has two gloves on.
Got it.
Funny.
Good question. I forgot to describe that actually.
She being lewd? Oh god.
No, no,
She's
no.
not.
I'm
she's
more.
not being lewd.
I'm more trying to
Yeah.
connect some dots.
Yeah. She almost looks like she should fit where you guys are, but not quite.
And you said she looks human.
She looks human, yeah. To the best of your ability to discern, she has rounded ears, and does look
So-
human. Yeah.
What is your business here? If you...
I came from a different place to find two criminals and bring them to justice.
Do you have the ability to bring yourself back home?
Well, yes, but where I'm going is not home. I'm going to go back. I'm going to the material plane, and there I'm going to find those criminals. Are you lost? Do you need help leaving Shadesmar?
Yes, we were in the material plane at Vrothalos, and when our small winged friend here touched upon this shard of stone, we all got pulled into this world, I guess it would be.
I do not know this Rathalas, but
It is part of the material world.
it's nice to meet you, Feather. Um, but I will do my best to bring you. I have heard that there's a perpendicularity um, west of here. I'm heading to a city called Celebrant that's south of here. My vessel actually sank, and she points about a little bit where you came from, a little bit off the coast. I was able to somehow manage to make my way to shore, but it was not built for this kind of. And she looks at the sea, uh, ocean.
Of beads.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you do notice one thing. The fact that she doesn't know what Rathalas is, for someone who looks as Alethi as she does, is suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to, one, try and get the crystal back, and two,
She just hands it back. You already have it back.
yeah, okay, and two, I want to insight her.
And 3, so you would like to ask her, if your home is not the material plane, where is your home?
Roll insight, and then she'll respond. Okay, so you have that insight. She's hard to read. It doesn't seem like she's lying per se, but she's also holding things back. Let's start with I never said I wasn't from the material plane. I said I was from a different land. Or a different place than here. I am not native to Shadesmar. But it was necessary to come through Shadesmar to get to where I'm going. And the criminals is my old blade master who betrayed me. And the other is his partner.
What are their names?
Well, I don't know if those are names that they would go by here. Generally, they don't. It's not smart to travel so far and keep the same name, but I know them as Vasher and Knight.
Asher and what?
Knight. Night. Like the night. And yeah.
You say that you must travel through here in order to get to them. Would traveling in the material plane not be sufficient?
Not from where I come from. I have not heard of this Nightblood, no. Only Night. Night is a person who is very tall, long hair, and a beard.
Do we know the name of the sword already? I think we do, don't we?
I believe so.
Nightblood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to take out the sword and say, this sword's name is Night Blood. And from what the sword has spoken, he specifically wants to destroy evil. This wouldn't be correlated in any means to the knight that you are looking for.
No, I don't think so. Night. Sorry, I'm mixing them together now. Because I'm smart in picking names for characters that are too similar. Night is... Evil is not the thing that he would seek to destroy. I don't think.
Very well, and I put the sword away before he says anything.
Okay. Yeah.
The name is Sui, by the way. And we are, as we might not look at like it, but we are very capable fighters.
I think you look quite capable. The name is Azure. She hesitates for just 1 second and says Azure.
What did she start to say?
Something with a V.
Okay.
Yep.
Very nice to meet your acquaintance. My name is Leo.
Nice to meet you, Leo.
Then
Sui.
perhaps we can work together and find a common goal.
Absolutely. I think
You
that would
are
be smart.
looking for two people, and as you said, you criminals. Are you looking to kill them or apprehend them?
Well, ideally apprehend them, but if necessary, I'll do what it takes.
Then perhaps we could help you apprehend them, and in repayment, you help us get back to the material plane.
That could work. Alright. We're going to end there. You're going to take a rest with her. For now, it is 40 past midnight, and I'm falling asleep, which is why I'm stopping. Otherwise, we would keep going.
Gotcha.
I'm very tired. I've basically been social all day. It was my friend's two of my friends' birthday parties, and there was at least 16 people. Plus, we were in a park,
Gross.
so there were like hundreds of people more than. So 16
Gross.
people to interact with, and hundreds of people around me, and I'm falling asleep in my chair. And
Outside, Dane's game.
yeah, in the
Outside.
sun.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you do that to
Yes.
yourself?
Hello?
Because my friends are more outgoing and social than I am.
Gross. Get better
But-
friends.
No, they're very good friends, and I play D&D with them as well. I actually played D&D with them twice, not a week, but because there's the Sunday group, then they are doing a similar campaign as this one, just slightly modified for them because they know the world versus you guys who don't. And the other campaign where I'm a player.